We thank God for this graceful season of Lent. We contemplate on the suffering, passion and death of Jesus. We also open our eyes. We become open towards the surroundings, especially our own behavior, our own words and deeds, and see how we can be adopted to the ways of God. That's how we renew ourselves. In the first reading, we hear about how God asks people to be away from the sins, to be away from the wickedness. In the Gospel, Jesus is asking us to be humble. We know it is very difficult to be humble. At the same time, it is very painful. But Jesus always speaks about how the humble are raised, the lowly are raised. And we also love humble people. We love to be in their presence. Meek, humble, compassionate are always accepted and loved. Jesus, being the Son of God, he knelt before the sinful men, his disciples, and then Jesus washed their feet. Being God, was humble enough to prostrate or to kneel before the sinful people, washing their feet. And then he told them, "You call me teacher, teacher, but then it is fine that you call me teacher. But being teacher, if I have set an example, and you are also asked to do the same." We are called to be humble servants. God calls us to look into our life, especially during this Lenten season, whether we are truly disciple of Christ who try to practice the talk, whether our talk and our deeds are going hand in hand. Jesus was humiliated, scourged, mocked. When Jesus was humiliated, scourged, mocked, nailed, he kept silence. He suffered everything in silence, understanding that these all moments of humiliation was in the knowledge of God, or in another way, his heavenly Father consented to it. It is with the knowledge of his heavenly Father that all this suffering, rejection, insult came on his way. So he was ready to obey. He was ready to be loyal to his heavenly Father. My dear friends, let us also humble ourselves as Christ himself was humble and meek.